G'day, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Sena 50R headset. This little unit here. You've probably seen that one has been announced a month or two back. There's a stack of videos around on YouTube about it. I'm not going to go into a whole heap of detail on it, mainly because I can't. Right now in Melbourne we're in the middle of our second lockdown, so a lot of what I've done with this is based on a half-hour ride somewhere. So at some point I'll be able to do a fuller review and give some better thoughts on it, but for now I suppose it's first impressions. A quick way of background, so I have done a video before on my UHF setup, which will be linked up here, but all of that is now kind of out the window. I wanted to move away from the cable between the bike and the helmet. There's actually a couple of parts to this story. One is the intercom system on the helmet, the Sena. There's the Bluetooth UHF solution as well. That will be a whole separate video. I'm pretty happy with that particular solution, so stay tuned for that one. And in the whole process I also replaced my UHF, the old Uniden UH76 radio, with the Garmin Rhino. Like probably a lot of people who are stuck at home in lockdown, you buy a lot of stuff, you can't really do much with it though. Anyway, so I've had a whole big tech sort of replacement project going on. New intercom, new Bluetooth solution for the UHF, new UHF, so all of these things I'll cover off, but today's just about the Sena. I'll quickly cover what's in the box. Various manuals and things. The manual's actually really important because it's a fairly complicated system to operate all the different bits and pieces, like the Bluetooth intercom, the mesh intercom, the radio, all the different things. I've referred to the manual an awful lot, but I have it on my phone, on the app. Various ways to mount it, little sticky bits of Velcro, kind of a clip thing for the main unit, if you want to be able to clip it on and off the helmet. Different mounting options, sticky pads, Velcro. Yeah, you get the boom mic, which is what I've put in, and you get just a wired mic as well, and a wireless adapter. Now all this setup and how to mount it and everything, that's going to be covered on like 1,000 other videos, so knock yourself out on that. I just want to cover what I thought of it in the 5 minutes that I actually had to test it. So I'll roll a few clips now and it'll give you a few thoughts on how the thing operates, and then I'll come back and wrap it up.
Some thoughts on the Sena 50R intercom. So now I have tried this intercom with, what have I tried? I have tried the mesh intercom, I've tried phone calls, I've tried playing music, I have tried playing the radio, I've tried Siri voice commands, Sena voice commands, and we've paired it to the UHF. All of those things work absolutely brilliantly. I'm really happy with all of that. The only thing I haven't tried is the normal Bluetooth intercom to other non-mesh intercom systems, and from what I've read I'm not really interested in even trying that, but maybe one day. So just a bit on each of those modes that I tested. So we tested the mesh. Mesh. Woo! That is so clear.
Yeah, the mesh is clear.
Oh, way clearer. That's like crystal. What we found was line of sight, no problem. As soon as you lose line of sight though, it just kind of breaks up. Trees in the way, it kind of breaks up. So they claim 1 mile or nearly 2 kilometres. That's a long way. Maybe in the open, probably would work. And look, we've only tested this for 5 minutes, so maybe it does work. But that wasn't our experience today. Line of sight, no problem, and it is as clear as a bell. The radio. So the radio works a treat.
Melbourne Gold 104.3.
Hey Sena, next to
in clinics 101.1. The tables are being set. Lights turn.
Phone calls are fine. It's all good.
It is clear now. It's you know, once you got going now, you get quite used to it. It's quite clear.
Yeah.
Can that one you can pipe the music into it as well?
Yep. So I've had to, it's actually got an FM radio built in, so I've had that playing.
So you're happy?
I'm happy. The Siri voice commands as well, so you can talk to Siri and get her to make phone calls for you, so you don't have to actually touch anything on your phone. Hey Sena, volume down. I was really keen on trying out is the Bluetooth UHF. So that's kind of a whole separate thing, but I've got this little Bluetooth dongle which attaches to my UHF. It has a separate little push to talk, and then that adapter pairs up to the Sena, and it all works fine as well. So alright, so we're testing the UHF now on this Sena system. I'll get out in front of Pete a bit. He's behind me in the car with the radio. I'll push the button. Roger, Pete, can you hear me? Copy, over.
Roger, loud and clear.
Yeah, this is fantastic. This is the best comms we've ever had. Ever. It's a little bit scratchy. Alright, we're testing the Rhino this time. Alright, testing, can you hear me? Doesn't surprise me. They're pretty old, aren't they? The old Unitons. They might have had their day. So for the Sena unit itself, I'm pretty happy. It's supposed to last a day. Time will tell. Once we can actually get out and do some longer rides, we'll test how long it lasts. It charges up via a USB-C cable. Waterproofness, I suppose, is another question mark over the Senas. Now, I like the fact that the 50R doesn't have the base. It's all kind of all in one. The cables that come out of a moulded plug on the bottom, so I think it should be fairly water resistant, and for dodgy weather, wet sort of rainy weather, I think it'll go okay. I'd imagine you might run into issues with the 50S with the base, with a clip-in base, because there's connections there that can get water on them. But I think the R will fare better in that regard.
This whole thing has been based on 15 minutes on the bike, a little bit of testing with my brother. From what I've found, everything seems to work really well. The phone calls are perfect on it. The radio works a treat. I wear earplugs when I ride, so I can turn the volume up. I have no problems with it being too quiet or too loud for that matter. I find that's perfect. The most important thing for me is that it works with the UHF system, the little Bluetooth solution that I have for that. So as far as I can tell, it will work perfectly for what I want it to. For now, as first impressions, I really like it. It's a nice, small, tidy unit. The speakers are great, sounds great, does everything I want it to do. So we'll go with that. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Stay tuned for part 2 of this, which will be the Bluetooth solution for UHF radio. See you in the next one.